Okay, so this is Reverend Crystal Cox. You'll probably see some people and cars coming and going. I was thinking tonight, it's so beautiful. It's so peaceful. I saw a raccoon on the waterfront, which was so cool. And I saw a harbor seal, and then of course the seagulls, and it's just so lush and beautiful. It's May of 2021. And so all the new growth is so beautiful. It hasn't, things haven't dried out yet. And it's just, I know I keep saying it, but it's just mesmerizing. And I was reminded again, which I've been saying in recent videos, that how hard the challenge to me, a surprisingly massive challenge for many long times, to let myself have peace, to just be at peace. To be like, okay, I don't have anything to do tomorrow. Or you could be like, oh my God, there's nothing to do. What am I going to do? Or you just be like, oh my gosh, I have nothing that I have to do. Right. And no pressure from no one, and no rules, and no stress. And I live in a car. Right. And I'm saying this, I am so freaking happy. I feel so at peace. Nobody in an apartment above me, nobody next door, nobody bitching about if I smoke my marijuana, which I love to smoke, and the car, which I love. What I mean is, peacefully, right? I like to have a little bit before I go to sleep. I like to have peace. And so, and the rain is just so peaceful on the roof, just right above you, and the wind just rocking, and it's so intimate and gentle, and it's just so free. And in the days is like late 50s, high 50s and early 60s, and at nights getting in the 40s. But I've been in here when it's like 13 degrees, and my spirit guides are like, well, you lived, didn't you? Right. And times where I've gone through different things with my body, hurt different things, and my guides would be like, it's just your body. And it took me a while to figure that out, but it is just my body. When you have willpower, it's just your body. And so, but back to why is it so hard, to just be at peace? But it's like, there's so many people out there in chaos, and and jobs, and pavement everywhere, and freeways everywhere, and fast food, and lines, and just, and I'm just at peace most of the time by myself. Like, and I walk around the town, and there's like nobody there. People, are on the weekends and stuff, but especially with the Great Plague and everything, it's just so peaceful. And it's been so hard to let myself have peace pretty much since I had my great getaway, or whatever you want to call it, when I was 40. So yeah, the last 10 years, like, let myself just be at peace. Nope, gotta have an agenda, gotta have something I gotta do, gotta push, and can't just sit and be. And so, living in a vehicle, you have a lot of time to just be, but then I still was stressing out. Like, I gotta do this and I gotta do that. But now, after having a commercial space for my church and stuff, and I just have I have an even deeper sense and appreciation for the kind of freedom that living in a car brings. No neighbors, no neighborhood, no neighbor dogs, no banging, no, post-traumatic. People think, like, if you're in a car, post-traumatic stress is actually more peaceful. You never know what someone's going to do, and there could be a loud noise sometimes, and there are things. But with neighbors, it's constant. Plus, you'll have landlords, and you'll have rules, and you'll have people constantly at you of how you need to do things. And then you have to pay all the utilities there's so many things to take care of. And then if you have a roommate situation or an apartment situation where there's noise next door and you can't really control your environment, living in a car, you have more control over your environment. And it's just so much beauty everywhere, and it's just, I'm really, really learning after, I just turned 50 last fall, but how to let myself be at peace, and quit being so hard on myself, and not letting any programs in my head kick my ass, and just be at peace, and just do whatever I want every day and be at peace with that. And be at peace with not push, 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 do this, do that, do this, do that. And anyway, I just wanted to share with you folks that of all the spiritual things I've done and just the massive things I've been through and all the dark night of the souls, and that you wouldn't think my biggest challenge would be to be at peace, but it is. To just let myself be peaceful, just smile and sit, not need a partner, not need a home, not need pets, not need plants, not need school, not need distraction, but just be. And it's not been easy, and I'm not really there yet, but I have realized that just how uncomfortable it has been all these years to let myself be at peace. And now I'm like, whatever. People are out there in doing what they're doing on the freeways and the chaos and the construction and the chasing the money and chasing all those illusions. That's their thing. I don't need to be any part of it. And I before I had my commercial space, I was I had last August, I had for about 9 months. I was completely out of linear time for 6 years living in a car. And then once I got that space, then I had the daytime where I was doing something different, and I did healings and stuff and out of there and videos if you've seen them. And it kind of got me back into linear time. There was a business next door and other comings and goings. And so, and I had deliveries and things. And so, when you live in a car, it's not so much linear time unless you have, regular job, which a regular job's hard to have living in a car. But anyway, I digress. So, I don't have a regular job anyway. I'm a healer, and I'm a New Earth minister, and I am so connected to Mother Earth and to Spirit, and I love being my version of a street preacher, available to answer prayers. And someone just comes up to me and asks me a certain thing, or they'll just stop. They'll find me, and I'll just know exactly what to say, And my psychic abilities and my intuitive and my healing abilities I've just got better my whole life, and now it's like I'm just so clear on knowing that what's meant to happen will, and that what's going to come to me, what's meant for me is meant for me, and that what is going to come into my life is meant to come into my life. And just be at peace, just let it come in. And I just feel like I've graduated something so massive and so amazing, and I just feel blessed. And so anyway, I wish you all the best of everything. And it's okay if you can't let yourself be at peace, or if you feel guilty about it, or all kinds of things, to just be at peace and let everyone else do what they do, the chaos and the drama and the games and the freeways and the jobs and the flying out, just so much stuff, out there in the world on the other side of the bay. And it's just not for me. It's just not my world. And so I'm just going to let myself just be at peace. I figure I got 20, 30 years left. My grandma's like 90. I had another grandma that died in her 60s, so I probably got 20 years left, so I might as well make them peaceful ones, huh? All right. God bless you all.